Hey guys, this is Cleans One again, and I'm here with my first impressions on Red Dead Redemption, and I'm not a bit. I'm actually pretty late, cause I got it on the release date here in Europe, but I just been so busy, so I couldn't. I just didn't have the time to make it. But here it is, and to start off, I would say that I chosen the wrong gameplay because I recorded some, and I have to move it from one computer to another, and that takes some time to move it on a hard disk. So I just used it anyway, and it's just so not so much the gameplay you need to see, but just listen. And probably many of you have played GTA 4, and as you know, maybe it's the same developers, Rockstar games, and it got some kind of feel to it from GTA. Some say, I think a bit, because if you look at the map, it's the same, and you can go to characters in this open world, and then you see a cutscene, and then you go, and that's the waypoints. But I just feel like it's not the only thing that there's so many other things that, so you don't think of GTA when you play it like you may think you do. Here I'm seeing an eyewitness because I accidentally killed a woman because I was trying to save her from the dogs. And that's one of the things that this is not missions. They are just things that happen when you are going around. And then I go after this man because he saw it, and he will go to Armadillo, the town, and report it. So I would get a bounty on my head. Yeah. But as you see right now, I'm riding on a horse, and there are horses instead of cars. And I read, and they used a lot of time on making these horses, and they are pretty realistic looking, and they're just well completed. You can also, you can also get kind of wagons with two horses, and then you can, these. I think they're named wagons, and then you can ride them. Then, but you can get the horses. You can save. You have one horse, and then you can call on it by pressing up on the D-pad, and then it comes to you, and you got one horse. And here's the lasso. The lasso is a big thing in this game. You can use it too much of things, but I'll tell about that later. And you have some in GTA 4. You could use the taxi to transport to places if you didn't want to take the whole road, and you can do something like that in this game too. But I just think that I don't want to do that because the environments are really beautiful looking and realistic, but most of all beautiful, and I enjoy riding in the environment. So I actually don't need to just go further, and you can look, there's so much things in the, it's not like GTA, there's some buildings so boring too, but here, and on your horse, which cuts it, you can't just sprint. You have a stamina meter, and you can sprint and then hold it down to get it up again, and you have to find a balance so it's not boring just to drive or ride just out in the field. And the missions are many people. I listen to people's opinions, but many people said that GTA had some repetitive missions, and I didn't think that, and I don't think about this game either. And I only completed like a fourth of the game, and they're not repetitive yet. I don't I don't know if I just maybe some people think they're repetitive, but I often don't think missions can be repetitive. And let's talk about the random things that showed before that just happens in the world. Firstly, there are some stranger missions, and these are when you ride close to someone, you get like a little question marker on the map, and you can go there. And these are mini side missions, kinda. And they range. You can do a lot of things there. I got a mission where you have to get some flowers for a main, and there's one where you have to find out where there's an old lady sitting, and she looks for a man, and you gotta find him, and ask a musician where he is, and then you have to kidnap his wife, and there's all kinds of these missions located around the world, and you unlock this by getting fame. And fame is something you get when you complete a mission for someone, maybe a stranger mission or main mission or anything else, and then you get fame. So the more famous you get, the more people know you and want you to help them, and you can get you can't lose fame, but you can lose honor, and you can also get honor. And honor is a thing you can be good or bad, and you get bad. You lose honor if you shoot somebody innocent, not if they're not innocent, and then you gain it if you do something good for people. The other missions you encounter in the world are a blue marker, and that was what happened in the start. And these blue markers are just an important of something happened right in time, and you have to be fast. And sometimes I was in Armadillo, a town. There was in the general store a man that was been robbed, and you have to run after the man that's robbed him and either shoot him or capture him with your lasso, and you can choose what to do there. And there's some where you have to save one from the robbers that maybe are going to kill one, and you can choose to help the robbers, or you can choose to kill him. And these are what happens when you just ride around the world. So you have to, if you're going to play this game, I'll recommend starting out, completing some main missions to get some fame, and then just exploring the world. And hunting. Hunting is another big thing. You can hunt animals and kill them and get the skin and meat. And there's so many things in this game, and I can't tell you about all the things you can do here, because there's really a lot of things you can do. Maybe I'll talk about them in the later videos. The weapons in this game are obviously old, but they still work. I think they're better than they were at that time. And there's some sniper rifles, and they are pretty inventive and fun to use. And I like the rifles much, and they feel like weapons, computer weapons. But I feel the rifles are just nice to use. I always liked, manual rifles where you have to reload every time. And I think I'm nearly done with my first impressions. I think I'll make some multiplayer videos, and I'll explain more about the game. And that was just to give you a little start. And then I'll also give you some things about the multiplayer, which are interesting. So I gotta say goodbye, folks, and have a good evening.